So in our previous video we saw that how you can use views, buttons and text, and if you notice something, we have been using hard-coded values for text and buttons, but now we are going to use the dynamic values. So in React Native there are several hooks that provided by the inbuilt React Native libraries, and one of them is use state. So we are going to use this use state hook to change the values dynamically in our app. So just create a new project and open it on Visual Studio Code, and I already run it on the iPhone 12 Pro Max iOS simulator. So let us start then. So there is only one view in here. Let me just create a text component. Now if I write something here, you will see the name appears here, but it is a hard-coded value. Now we want to use the dynamic value. So for that we have to import the use state. We can give it any name we want. Just write const. The first will be the name of the variable, let's say name, and second argument will be the function which will be used to change the value of that variable. Let's say set name, use state. Now we provide the initial value for this name variable. Let's say programming. Now what happens when the app is running? A state will be created. The name variable consists of value of programming because it is the initial value, and we can use this set name function to change the value of this variable dynamically. Okay, so we can use this name property here in curly brackets. Just write name, and when I save this, you can see it changes programming. So this is how we can use this name variable. Now let's create one simple app. When we press on a button, the value of this text will change dynamically. Okay, so just remove this, create a text component, and create a button component, and button will automatically imported here. Okay, so button is a self-closing component. Okay, so we give title as change. Okay, so this is our button. We can also style it a little bit, so we wrap this button in a view. In React Native we cannot directly apply styling to button property, so we have to use a view. Styles dot, let's say we will create button. Let's apply background color. Red. Let apply some padding. It's a 10. Okay, and if you want to change the color of text, we can do directly here. Okay, so this is our test component. Let's use the name property here. Let's apply some margin. Okay, so the idea is that whenever we click on this button, the text will be changed. Okay, so we can do on press for event handling. So what we can do is we can directly use the arrow function here, but this time we are not going to do that. We'll be using a separate external function and apply this and call this function on the button click. So for that, let's create a arrow function. Let's name it click me. Okay, so in order to change the state of this name variable, we'll be using setName function. SetName, and we change the value to, let's say, knowledge. Now on the button press, on press event, we'll be calling this function. We'll be using click me function. Okay. So what happens when we click on this button? The click me button it will be getting called, and the name property here will be changed from programming to knowledge. Let's save this, and as you can see, the programming text property is changed to now knowledge. So this is how you can use states. You can also use object, boolean, integer, any type you want. Let me just create another one. Let's say person, set person. Now we'll be creating an object which consists of a name. Let's say Tony, an age. Age will be an integer, 30. So if we create another text property, and we can use the person and the name property, and my age is, now we will use the age property. Now we can say my name is Tony and my age is 30, and we can also change these values. You set person. Now we'll change the name to, let's say, Britain, and age 24. Now when I click on the change, you can see the programming text changed to knowledge, and the person name is changed to Britain, and age is changed to 24. So this is how you can use states. You can give it any name you want, and you can create floating type of state, integer. You can even also create objects just like we did it here, and you can change it by creating an external function and assign to the button press. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.